everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk. This is me, Meera. All right, I've come up with certain odd, funny, but odd words which are obviously a part of English vocabulary. And if you actually use these in your day-to-day life or your messages or your mails probably, I'm sure and I can assure you that your English will certainly sound very decorated. Okay, are you excited for this? Because I am. And if you ask me how did I find all these words, I'll tell you how. So since childhood, I've been watching a lot of American TV series, and they used to use these words. Of course, I couldn't understand at that point of time, but when I watch them today, I know exactly what it means, and I want to share it with you all. So let's get started with our first very funny yet a useful word, which is blubber. Where, of course, it sounds very funny and you wouldn't know what it means until I use it. So let me try and use it in a sentence and let's see if you can figure out what it means, okay? Okay, here it goes. All right. Stop blubbering like a 2-year-old. Can you figure out what it means? So some of you might have figured out. It means to cry or to throw tantrums like a child. And that's how I used it, okay? To cry or throw tantrum. So you can use it that way, that stop blubbering like a 2-year-old. My 2-year-olds or my kids have been blubbering since morning, okay? So I would tell you can tell your husband, I have been taking care of the kids. They have been blubbering since morning. You take care of them now, right? So you can use it very often. Blubber, remember this. Moving forward from blubber, we have doozy. Okay, so doozy, remember, it's always used with all right? A doozy. It actually means if you want to express something that is extraordinarily good or bad, you can use a doozy. So, hey, so let's just figure this out, okay? If that show was embarrassing or if the host did, made a few mistakes and you want to just talk to your friend about it, so this is how you can say, hey, do you remember that show? Oh yeah, that just was a doozy, right? So you just mean that it was really embarrassing for the host and everyone felt bad about it, okay? You feel for the person, all right? So it just means really bad or good. So another example. Did you eat French fries at that restaurant? It's a doozy. You just mean it's really good and yummy and tasty, okay? Moving from a doozy, we have flabbergasted. Flabbergasted. Can you hear it? Can you see how funny it is, right? Okay. It just means something when you're really astonished or surprised. So here's one example for you. I checked the price of that dress online and I was flabbergasted, means extremely surprised, okay? I'm so glad that you guys are getting to know these new words because I want you guys to use it. I'm telling you, you will feel better each day when you use these fancy and funny words in your daily life. All right. Another word for flabbergasted could be, I heard her pregnancy news and I was flabbergasted. Simple, right? And it just means surprised. All right, moving from here, we have festooned. For me, this word really sounds like a party word, or it feels a very 60s or 70s style party word. But you know what? It's actually a part of that vocabulary. It actually means to decorate or decorated, okay? The streets are festooned with lights during festivals, or I have festooned my Christmas tree this time, right? Simple. Festooned. Remember this word, you can use it for decoration or decorated, okay? Or you can always say, Hey, your English is festooned. You're just trying to say how decorated your language or your vocabulary is. Fun, right? So use it. All right, moving from festooned, we have fuddy-duddy. Again, really funny, but something very useful. It usually means something that when people have old beliefs, right? When you believe in something that is old-fashioned, that's when you say that that person is fuddy-duddy. So my grandfather always asks us to keep our hands off the table while dining because he's such a fuddy-duddy, right? So someone with old-fashioned beliefs. Old-fashioned right? Old-fashioned belief system. All right, moving from fuddy-duddy, we're going to move to gibberish. Have you heard this word before, ever? Do you remember hearing this word? Okay, especially you can use this whenever you or probably your friend gets drunk. You can say, oh, I don't understand what this person wants. He's speaking gibberish. Did you guess by now what it means? It just means a language that no one can understand. Or my 2-year-old has started talking and he speaks gibberish. That just means a language that no one understands. I really like this word because it really, so especially when someone talks mathematics or numbers to me, I'm like, oh, hold on. You're speaking gibberish to me, speak English. That really means I cannot understand or I cannot do maths well. So for me, that language is gibberish. Did you get it now? All right then, moving from gibberish, we have shenanigans. Shenanigans, this actually means problematic activities or tricks that some people do. So for example, you've got to stop all this and you need to start working, otherwise your shenanigans are going to get you into trouble, right? That means problem activities. Or I can get into my classroom and say, all of you stop with your shenanigans right now. Did you get it? Okay, just means problematic activities or tricks. Let me write that down. Okay, squabble. My parents have been squabbling since morning. Did you guess it? What is it? It just means fighting, and that too for a very, very small reason, for very, very stupid, something which is very stupid. So stop squabbling about where to eat. Let's just go and find some place to eat, right? So whenever you fight with your friends for something so stupid, I want to go to this restaurant, no, I want to go here, you just have to say, stop squabbling about it. Let's just go, okay? So just means fights. Stupid fights, right? Stupid fights. I'm sorry for that, but I'm sure you would get it. Stupid fights. All right, wishy-washy. This is something my mother used to say to me and still says at times, that you've got to stop being wishy-washy about your decisions. What does that mean? That means you have to stop being indecisive. Indecisive means someone who's very confused while making decisions, right? So you have to decide what you want. Don't be wishy-washy about what you want to eat. Just be calm and decide. Something very simple, a very simple example. Okay, let me write that down. Someone who's confused. Making confused making decisions, wishy-washy, all right? Okay, and the last one for the day, hodgepodge. Most of you might have a table which is completely hodgepodge. What does that mean? Untidy, untidy. Your wardrobe is completely hodgepodge. Arrange it right now. Untidy cupboard and wardrobes, something very relatable, something that you can think yourself to be in the same position. Right, okay. So these were really, really funny words which I use in my day-to-day life. I'm sure all of you will from now on. Make sure that you do, all right? Okay, so that's all for today, guys. If you want to see any more of my videos, they would be flashing somewhere right here. By now, I would be seeing you very soon with some interesting topics. Until then, go crazy, stay calm, smile a lot, guys, and I will see you very soon. This is me, Meera, signing off for the day. Bye.